Hi all, and welcome to the Tina Cloud and Tina CMS Sprint R90 review and retro, and the Sprint 91 forecast. So first we'll be going through the review. So for our sprint goals, we had the search docs and video finished. So Jack got the search docs done, and he has finished his V1 version, version 1 of the video. But he hasn't got that video released yet. So still working on that. And for myself and Ivan, we have been working on the media management indexing. Unfortunately, we haven't got around to the actual new indexing process yet that we need to have in place before we seed the indexes. So that is still in progress. So for TinaCloud, we had 135 hours billed to myself, Brooke, Matt, Ivan, Kaha, and Josh. And for TinaCMS, we had 68.5 hours billed to Jack, Ivan, Isaac, and Hark.
Okay, if Kaha is in the team now, where is he today?
You've got him on
believe he-
client work.
Oh, he's on client work. Okay,
You asked him to do that.
okay.
For the sprint backlog, key things to note was we deployed a fix for the search that was raised in Discord, bug that was raised in Discord. So that was out relatively quick, got that resolved. And some UI, UX improvements for the organization project breadcrumb. So some nice UI changes that we can show here. So this is the before of the little top banner in TinaCloud. You can see that there's a bit of alignment issues with the dash there. But if we go to the new, you can see that's all been cleaned up. We took off the link to make that a little less intense of a header. But yeah, great changes there by Josh. Moving on. For the sprint burn up, we had 60 remaining and 16 completed. For production deployments, we had one deployment for TinaCloud and one release for TinaCMS. The application health overview timeline for the Identity API 500s, we've seen an increase from 12 to 91. In the overall scheme of things of 2.5 million requests, that it wasn't too big of a jump, but I did do some investigation into that, and it was just around some GitHub token validation that I'm investigating. And for the content HTTP 500s, we seen an increase from 1K to 3K. Yeah, still the issues with the rules project that we still need to work on. Issues opened and closed for TinaCMS. Last month we had 18 issues opened and 15 closed. This month we had 15 open and 3 closed. Passing over to Matt.
Yep. So last week, TinaCloud tracked 6,500 odd commits, which was an increase from about 5,300 last week. In terms of the orgs being created, it went up a little bit. So it went from 88 orgs to 95 orgs in the last week. You can see that trend's pretty consistent. The last 30 days, the projects created are going up, and so are the organizations. So it's going in the right direction. For our user onboarding funnel, we increased our user onboarding from 6% to 8.5%, and collaborator onboarding from 16% to 36%. The other cool thing on here is PostHog has actually surfaced the yellow button, Ask Users Why, which kicks in some AI in case we want to start up a survey and ask them why they didn't complete the onboarding. So we're going to be looking into that later down the track. In terms of our starter repositories, our starter templates, Tina Barebones starter went up from 33 to 37 clones, Next.js starter went up from 54 to 58 clones. Our self-hosted demo went down slightly from 23 to 20 clones in the last 2 weeks. Package downloads, big uptick with a new release, and our downloads increased from about 29,000 to just over 40,000. So we finally cracked that 40,000 barrier in a week.
Well done.
Epic's progress remains consistent. In terms of R&D, there wasn't any notable R&D work this week. Our AI tools, again, lots of use of GitHub Copilot and Yakshaver.
Can I just ask about consumption? Who is using the most? Who's getting close to or seeing their consumption where they kind of get blocked?
Yeah, I definitely
Okay, so Sam.
exceeded it. Yeah.
Okay, can we put? I know Sam's not really on this, but can we add him? So that's good.
Special
Who
guest
else?
Sam.
Who else is close? Yeah, Ivan. Okay.
Yeah, I used my Claude Code limit
Right.
yesterday.
Okay, so you all right? So you're hitting your limits. So who is the gold standard in setting off agents and stuff in
What was
the
that?
team?
Gold standard? Don't know. I
In
see.
this team or in general?
In this team, who is the gold standard who, I know, before they leave for lunch sets off something so it's kicked off, like working well with the AI agents?
I'm mostly just using Claude Code and then just sending that off. I don't have like heaps of agents going off or whatever. I don't know. Ivan,
Right.
you've got a few things going on, AI tools wise. Do you got anything to share?
Yeah. I usually just leave Perplexity on research and things, and then Copilot just chipping away at something while I'm working on some other code. Warp is just terminal stuff, so it doesn't really have the same tendency, I guess. It just helps me with commands in the command line.
Right. Okay. So I don't know if the team agrees that Ivan's using it the best. Can we move Ivan up to the top or put a star next to him so people know that?
Thought it was the
He's got-
most.
Yeah. Look, I kind of consider if everyone's hitting their limits on consumption of AI, then we want to look at that problem next.
Well, I would probably say that Jack would be first because he wiped up an entire TinaCMS version in the last week or two. So I think that must be up there
Okay.
somewhere.
Well, let's put the king emoji next to Jack if that's what you think.
On this topic, actually, I'd be keen to see what you thought about injecting Calamity for a week,
Yeah.
pending client work,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
and just working out the gap between what everyone's doing and what he's doing.
Yeah.
Callum and Gordon are doing spec reviews in hours,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and clients in days.
Hmm.
What's the gap,
Yeah.
and how can we help that each team member?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah. We'll
Just
talk
as
about
a note for that idea, just remember the levels that people are at. So obviously a pair of solution architects using AI, you're taking a bazooka and then multiplying it by 100. Whereas if you've got a junior developer and you multiply it by 100, you don't get that big a jump. So there's that to be taken into account too.
Yeah, that's right.
Sam, what were you using for your AI usage?
Open code and Yakshaver.
Open code, is that one word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure.
this is the only person using Claude here is Eli. That's unusual compared with other teams. Most people are finding Claude the best by a substantial mile. So,
Copilot gives you access to all the models.
Yeah, I think we're all using
So,
Claude's
yeah.
models.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, sorry. Okay.
These are just like the
Okay.
different clients that are getting access to those models.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I generally use the Claude 4.5 Opus or Gemini Pre, and Copilot CLI just has access to all of them. And it's a bit daunting to use it inside the IDE in comparison to a CLI.
All right. To continue on.
Yep.
For the Copilot stats, we had quite a few speakers, including some unknown speakers.
Does anyone know what
3
speaker
and 2.
1, 2, and 3 is?
Whoever background noise it picked up would be my assumption.
Yeah, I think it is the background noise.
That speaker 1 lines up with Brooke.
Yeah.
So
It's probably Sam in the background.
Hmm.
Yeah, but anyway, the speaking summary showed that I did most of the talking with Matt just behind. Got a few marks there. The main item completed. The AI thought was making the max line width configurable. Guess there wasn't too many like main items that we were completing, so
we certainly
if
spoke
this was
about that
long.
one the most. So that's
Yeah.
most probably.
Probably.
So do you put a tick on or a cross on it if it's right or wrong, or what do you do with that data? Adam? If the Copilot stat is right or wrong, do you put a tick or a cross on it, or
Oh, that's a good idea. You could put a tick of it. It's good.
because isn't that what your outcome
That's
is? You want to
what
know.
the goal is. So if you feel good, yep, great. Now, before we move on to the retrospective, where's the Claude stats?
Can bring that up.
Yeah, put it above the Copilot stuff. Just a link to it. Yep. Okay. So, Maddie, do you want to take us through this? Or I can, I guess. The meeting summary was efficient. The key
It
finding
spells TinaCloud wrong.
Matt stated stats say no one logs into TinaCloud. That's a critical product health indicator that was used to justify deprioritization rather than triggering an investigation. So the key decisions made were to prioritize media management and rules telemetry over any UI fixes, test staging before TinaCloud, do V4 UX with Michaela, Jack to monitor Discord for this sprint, and defer Playwright upgrade. Oh, interesting. All right, scroll down. Keep going. Hard truths. The team's building features for a product with near zero engagement, TinaCloud. Performance issues are being measured rather than fixed. Telemetry alone doesn't solve 4-second search problems.
It's taking
Sprint
stuff out of context.
Yeah, okay. We'll correct it as we go. Sprint capacity is unreliable due to client work being pulled away unpredictably, and V4 will accumulate deferred UX decisions until it becomes overwhelming. Go to the top.
A bold statement.
And the next timeline shows Eli did most of the talking, then Matt, then Jack, same type of thing. Scroll down. Okay. Keep going. Okay, keep going. And there's a little bit of wastage next. Let's go to the next one. And people and roles, it thinks Eli is the Scrum Master. Just work that out from the chat. Says you do too much talking. 45% of speaking time is procedural. Trust people will see the board rather than reading titles aloud. Matt Wicks, they think he's the product owner and the tech lead. He's the highest value contributor. The no one logs into TinaCloud data point is brutal, but important. Keep sharing those hard truths. Okay, what to say about Jack? He's a dev. It's good that you flag the 600 latency. Lead with data like that more often. Your calendar management needs work. What, he doesn't look at his calendar. Okay. Brooke, a most efficient communicator. Every statement contains useful information. Don't be afraid to speak up more, Brooke. Ivan, good collaboration instinct with the review offer. Be more specific about what's blocking progress on examples. Don't just say I'm blocked. Isaac.
I didn't even say I blocked. That's really weird.
It also says don't be defensive. Isaac, your update was solid when you got to speak. Push through the I'm not sure if I'm needed mindset. was distracted during your own item discussion. Whoa, brutal. All right, keep going down. All right, next. What's the next one? Insights. What's that? Elephants in the room. TinaCloud usage. Matt, we got a lot of mileage out of that one statement.
Mm-hmm.
V4 planning is happening in solos.
Silos.
So silos. Sorry. Scroll down. And all the same type of thing. Isaac is disengaged on his own item. What did you say, Isaac?
I don't know how it's decided that.
He
But
must have started talking, then said, I'm bored of myself. Okay.
not sure.
All right, next one. Analytics. Good. Scroll down. I said, Kaha, what's here a little while? Okay. Next. And trends. Anything recurring issues? Search. Oh yeah, search is recurring. That's for sure. I wonder how it knows that since because it knows you've been tracking it for a long time. Okay, keep going. Predictions. Okay. All right, good. That's great. Good code is amazing.
In comparison with the last week, this one is rubbish. Complete rubbish. Most of that is
is it?
incorrect. Yeah.
Complete. What? What? Everything was wrong, or your
About 80% of that was taken out of context so bad.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff in this one, I think.
example?
Example discussion about the V4 needing Michaela, but that was before we had the discussion with Michaela. So it's not happening in silos. We just needed a designer before we started actually discussing stuff.
Right,
So that's
okay.
completely out of context.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, the search indexing stuff, the same thing. We got to the bottom of this. Yeah, my stuff with examples, I gave a daily update. I didn't say I was blocked. I just said I'm making progress. So I didn't go down. It took it as something weird.
So with V4, do you guys agree to, get it up and running and then give it to a designer to check the UX flow and improve the
No,
images?
absolutely not.
I don't think that was ever the plan. That's misinterpreted that.
The problem is you're getting a designer who doesn't really know the product and has to learn it. And I'm not certain that's that's kind of burn a lot of time. Like, I'd prefer to see one of you guys get it up and running.
But we've already done that. So Jack has already done a cut of the UI. Now we're getting Michaela to look over it and make sure it still makes sense, so that all the navigation stuff is together and laid out logically, and it doesn't feel like your eyes have to bounce around to do things.
All right. If the UI is done and the dev has checked it and given it a test pass, like on the flow, can we get a video made of that before we give it to Michaela?
Well, we've already given it to Michaela.
Right.
I don't trust a dev's decision at all when it comes to designing. I would rather Michaela get with Tiago, as Tiago uses it every day, and then those two vibe it out.
Yeah, maybe in this case they do use it, but in a lot of cases, designers don't know the application. And then if they're doing it early, they're trying to become a BA, which I don't think is true.
True, but I half agree with you. When Michaela was playing around with Time Pro, she made a change, came and saw me because I was the one actually using it. And oftentimes it wasn't quite right. It wasn't quite intuitive. So I would give it direction. She would make the change.
Right.
It was a very quick flow. So
yeah, but Time Pro has been developed and now she's giving feedback. Imagine her giving feedback before it's been developed.
Who knows? It could have already been fixed back then.
Yeah.
The change that they're making now.
Yeah. Generally not how I would do it.
I think the key thing, just from my side, Adam, is that I would never get a designer to build out full prototypes on a product they don't understand. But what I might get them to do is service design. So just defining user needs to go from here to here, just little lines. Don't actually decide the UI or anything.
Yeah, I don't mind if they do a mock-up in Figma or Photoshop or something, and he gives it to you. It's going to look a lot better than a dev. But I don't think that's what I was hearing was happening. Okay, anyway, keep going.
All right. Going back. All right, moving on to the sprint retro. So what went well? So yeah, media indexing is looking promising when investigating how it works with searching and pulling the collections through or pulling the images through into the media management. Yeah, adding telemetry into branch sync to investigate. I was very easy with PostHog compared to other telemetry providers. Brooks cleaned up some PRs with Dependabot. The TinaCMS V4, Adam has agreed to, so we're getting underway with the spec review of that. And so the search bugs that were raised in Discord were resolved quickly. What didn't go so well, we had some, with working with TinaCMS, the tech debt is hurting the velocity. And we had to revert a PR to fix a regression.
Right. The other thing is I'm slightly confused because it sounds like V4 has been done and kind of working, given it to a designer, but we're doing a spec review for it, which is usually done before you've started.
It's been vibed up. It hasn't been done.
Right, but when you vibe it up, was it vibed up with specifications using clean architecture or vertical slice architecture?
No,
Like,
because
is it vibed up in a ball of mess?
well, that's one of the things we have to uncover.
Okay.
We've seen a not even a working product, but a semi-working product, which just runs in the client.
Right.
Just runs in the browser. That's all.
Yep. Okay.
With not all the features done. It can't save. It can't do a bunch of stuff, but it's a starting point.
Right. Has anyone looked at the prompts that Jack used?
Not yet.
And where is Jack? Why isn't he in this meeting?
He's at a doctor's appointment.
Right. Okay. Has anyone looked at his prompts?
No.
No. I think that's critical. We look at these prompts and maybe we get Callum to look at these prompts. But when I've been watching other devs, they are a bit more militant on their prompts, maybe. I don't know what Jack's done, but you can make it look like it looks nice and maintainable.
Well, that's why
I would never take a vibe
review the code
test. Yeah, regardless of how good the prompts are, it's still a vibe coded proof of concept.
Yeah, that's right.
Whether it was beautifully constructed or not, I wouldn't put that into prod.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks for today. What the code looked like and all the prompts. Okay. Brooke, could I ask you to call Jack and Callum together and have a look through those two items? Look, yeah, see if he's got his prompts and see what Callum thinks of what it looks like. Yeah. Cool. Thanks.
Moving on to the Sprint 91 forecast. So our sprint goals is media management, improve the performance, and for the rules project, we need to implement the reliable telemetry on our branch sync operations to see where time is going to. For the backlog, key items to note are the media management PBIs that we have, and that telemetry PBI to investigate the indexing process performance. Copilot stats. So the next item, main item to focus on is the media management improvements and telemetry. So yeah, telemetry for the branch sync operations. So yeah, it was pretty spot on with that one. Give that a tick. Cool. So thank you all for attending this meeting. Will be uploaded to the TinaCMS YouTube channel under the Sprint Summaries playlist. Hope you all enjoyed. Cheers.
Thanks, Eli.